What up, guys? Back again with another UFC Fight Picks video on the UFC Fight Night card, Emmett versus Stevens. Let's go ahead and get started here with the Fight Pass prelims. First fight of the night, we got Albert Morales versus Manny Bermudez. So we got Bermudez making his UFC debut. He's 10-0. Primarily jiu-jitsu fighter versus Albert Morales, who's kind of a UFC veteran now. I would say he's like rounded everywhere pretty much. He's not like really good at one thing, but you know, he can fight anywhere. He only has one win though in the UFC against Andrade Sukumtoth. He won that fight by split decision. Some people I think argued he won the Alejandro Perez fight. For sure he lost that Brett Johns fight, and Benito Lopez fight. That was like kind of a fun fight back and forth, but Benito was the one that won the fight. As you guys can see, the stats are pretty much almost even there. So yeah, this guy, he seems to be kind of like just a tough, decent fighter. Like I said, he's good everywhere, whereas his opponent is making his UFC debut, and I don't know too much about him besides that, you know, he has really good jiu-jitsu and he has good triangles. So you guys can see right there. He has one win by KO, 8 by submission, 4 triangle chokes, arm bar, and 2 guillotine and rear naked choke. So yeah, so it's pretty much a jiu-jitsu guy or specialist versus a more well-rounded fighter who, you know, hasn't looked the greatest in the UFC so far, but it looks like he's getting better in every one of his fights. And he's also a plus 148 underdog. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take the UFC vet here, Albert Morales. I just think Bermudez, well, first of all, he's making his UFC debut, and I think if he can't get the fight down to the ground, I think Morales here should be able to piece him up on the feet. His striking's not bad at all, and yeah, that's where I see the fight playing out. I don't think Bermudez is going to be able to take him down easily. Like I said, Morales is more well-rounded, and I think he gets it done. So I'll take Albert Morales to win. I'm going to say probably like maybe a third round knockout. It looks like he has some power in his punches, or maybe just by decision. I'll just say third round knockout. So Morales, third round knockout. Next fight, we got Eric Shelton versus Alex Perez. So Perez missed weight by like half a pound or a pound. I think he weighed in at 126.5, and then when he weighed in again, he was 127. So yeah, he didn't make the weight. So Eric Shelton is plus 106. The fight's almost an even fight now, and I don't know. I like Alex Perez's style. Seems to have, you know, some good, good boxing, good striking, and has really good jiu-jitsu also. And he could also go for the takedowns and whatnot. But then again, he missed weight. And then Eric Shelton, he seems to be, I don't know. His stats are everywhere. Like, this guy seems to have stats and everything. Like, he goes for takedowns, good striking, and stuff like that. I guess technique-wise on the feet, I think Eric Shelton has a better, like, striking style. Let me see. I don't think they have it listed here. No? Because I don't know. You know, I'm thinking about someone else here on that one. But yeah, pretty much Eric Shelton, you know, he does have some good striking, does go for the takedowns also, but I don't know, I think Perez probably wins this fight, but I'm not going to count out Eric Shelton at all in this fight. You know, I think he get it done. His losses are split decision losses, so, you know, close fights. And like I said, Perez missed weight, so you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to go ahead and take the underdog. Another underdog here, Eric Shelton. I think he'll find a way to get it done. And yeah, I'll say Eric Shelton by decision. Alright, next fight, you got Yaya versus Russell Doan. I'm going to go ahead and take another underdog here. I'm going to go ahead and take Doan. He's plus 210. He's a great price on DraftKings. Yeah, I think Doan, all he has to do is just stuff the takedowns, man. Yaya, his striking's not good. He gasses. He has very bad cardio. If he can't finish you in the first or second round, in the third round, this guy's going to be really, really gassed out, really tired. And I think if Doan could just, stop those takedowns in the beginning of the round, especially that first round, because every single round, Yaya's going to get more and more tired, as the fight goes on and whatnot. If Doan could just stop the takedowns, I think he should be able to win this fight, man. He has power in his shots. He's coming off a first round KO win, so you guys can see right here. The thing about this guy, though, he's not the greatest guy. He's not the best fighter. So you guys can see he has a lot of losses in his record. He was actually on a 4-fight losing streak, and then he finally got that first round knockout. But man, this guy has power, and I want to say this guy has some sort of wrestling background or something, but I don't see anything over here about that. But yeah, man, I think if he just keeps it on the feet, like I said, Yaya doesn't have great takedowns. I think if he keeps it on the feet, he should be able to beat him up. But obviously Yaya has really good jiu-jitsu, and if he doesn't get it down to the ground, more than likely he is going to finish the fight. So it's always risky. But I'll go ahead and take Doan on this matchup, and I'll say Doan gets a third round knockout. Alright, now featured fight in the UFC Fight Pass prelims. Very easy fight for me to pick. I'm taking Marcin Prechino. Don't know too much about him. I just know he's a good striker. I think he has some sort of karate background or something like that. But he has really good striking, good power. He's a 205er, and Sam Alvey is a middleweight. He's coming up to 205. And yeah, man, Alvey's just very low volume. I don't know if that was because just he was at middleweight and maybe he was just too drained or something, or that's just his style, which I really think it's just his style. He doesn't throw a lot of shots at all, like no combinations. Yeah, man, Sam Alvey just doesn't have enough. He's just not active enough on the feet, and he doesn't go for takedowns either. He has great takedown defense. I think he comes from like a wrestling gym. I think it's the Dan Henderson gym or whatever. And yeah, he doesn't use any offensive wrestling. Where, I think that would come in handy against a striker in Marcin. But like I said, he's not going to use it. This guy, all he does is just, keep it on the feet. And if he lands a good shot, he can knock you out, man. Alvey does have that power, but like I said, he's not active at all on the feet. And I think the sharper striker here wins this fight all day. So I'm going to go ahead and take Marcin in this matchup. He's negative 235. But yeah, I think he gets the win here. Alvey has a good chin. So I'm going to go ahead and just say Marcin by decision. Alright, next fight here, guys. On the Fox prelims, we got Ben Saunders versus Alan Jobin. Very easy fight here for me to pick. I'll take Alan Jobin. First of all, both these guys, their durability is not that great. Both of them, their chins are pretty suspect, especially Jobin's. This guy gets rocked very easily, so it's always kind of scary picking him. But Ben Saunders isn't great at all. And yeah, man, I just see Jobin being the way better striker, way more better on the feet, keeping that defense solid so he doesn't get clipped with anything. Plus, Ben Saunders doesn't really have any punching power, so that's a good plus for Jobin. So yeah, I think it all matches up well for Jobin here to win the fight. And I could see Jobin getting a knockout here. So Jobin, second round knockout. Next fight, we got Marina Morrow versus Angela Hill. Kind of similar to that Sam Alvey fight. Morrow's not really active at all on the feet. It looks like she has some good boxing, but she doesn't throw a lot of shots. So I'm going to take Angela Hill in this matchup. She's just a more active striker. As you guys can see there, she has double the strikes landed per minute. She has 5. Morrow has pretty much 2.5 per minute. And yeah, man, Angela Hill's good striking herself, good multi, and I don't see Morrow's being able to get her down on the ground either. So, the only problem is Morrow doesn't have that. The only problem is that Morrow does have the that reach advantage, but I don't think she's gonna be able to use it that well. And yeah, man, I see Angela Hill winning that fight, so I'll take Angela Hill by decision. Alright, next fight, we got Sara McMahon versus Marion Reneau. Kind of a close fight here. I know McMahon is the favorite for a good reason. McMahon, obviously, excellent wrestler, very strong. Just look at her build. Very muscular, very good wrestling, man. She's like, I think, what, silver medalist or something like that. But yeah, man, she's a really good wrestler, and Reneau has some good striking and also really good jiu-jitsu to maybe trying to counter McMahon's style, but I don't know if she's gonna be able to pull off any sort of submissions against Sarah McMahon. I think McMahon will probably be too strong with that top control. But McMahon sometimes doesn't like to get hit too much. So if Reneau is able to, keep the fight on the feet for a good amount of time, and land some good combos with McMahon, she could hurt her, man. Because we seen McMahon get finished, and mostly all her losses, McMahon's pretty much getting finished here. Watch, let's go ahead and take a look. Her last fight against Keller and Vieira, she gets tapped out in the second round. She was actually on a good run right there. She was on a 3-5 win streak, and then she loses to Keller and Vieira. She was kind of unknown, but she's kind of making a name for herself now. But as you guys can see right here, you got Amanda Nunes tapping her out in the first round. Obviously the Ronda Rousey knockout with the body shot. But yeah, I feel like you could hurt McMahon, kind of, I'm not going to say easily, but, it seems like you could always hurt her. Like, she's very, I guess, susceptible to that. But, like I said, if McMahon is able to just, go for the takedown right away, keep her now on the ground, ground her out, control her, should be able to win this fight. And I know McMahon also has a really good right hand, and I know she has some power. Especially, just with that build, she's got to have some power, right? And I think Marion Reneau got dropped in one of her fights. I forgot which one it was. So, we know you could hurt Reneau also, and she is getting older. She's 40 years old. McMahon's 37. So both of them are, older fighters here. So, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and take McMahon in this matchup. But I think Reneau does have a shot to win in this fight. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at that and say McMahon by decision. Alright guys, now for the feature fight on the Fox prelims. You got Renan Barao versus Brian Keller. Man, this is a very easy fight for me to pick. I'm taking Barao in this matchup. Obviously this guy used to be one of the, I guess, greatest fighters in the UFC. They were classifying him as pound for pound and all this stuff like that. Obviously a lot has changed since then. And yeah, man, this guy was at 145. Now he's back at 135. He was able to make the weight. And now he's gonna face Brian Keller. I think this guy has a good right hand. He has a good guillotine, good wrestling, good submission skills. But I think Reneau is just better. I think Renan Barao is just a sharper striker on the feet. I also think he has better jiu-jitsu. I just think Barao is just pretty much better everywhere. So I think Barao gets it done here. I think he keeps the fight on the feet, just outstrikes Keller if he needs to. Maybe go for the takedowns. His takedowns actually aren't bad. He has 1.5 average, but his takedown accuracy is almost at 50%. So not bad at all on his takedowns. I don't really see him going for the takedowns. Like I said, I just kind of see it playing out on the feet. And him just outstriking Keller on the feet. Something that would worry me a little bit is that Barao obviously was getting hurt at 135 pounds, and now he's back at 135. And Keller seems to have I think it was a good right hand. So, if he does get clipped, you never know, he could get hurt. Similar to those Dillashaw fights. But I'm going to go and just take Barao, man. First of all, this guy used to be one of the best fighters, and they only got him at negative 151. So, against Brian Keller, too. Who is that, So, it's kind of crazy how, things change so quick. So, yeah, man, I'll just take Barao. I see him just outstriking Keller on the feet and winning by decision. So, yeah, Barao by decision. Alright, guys, now we're on to the main card. Only 4 fights. First fight of the night. Should be a fun stand-up striking battle. Mike Perry versus Max Griffin. Obviously, Mike Perry, knockout artist. Max Griffin, good striking himself. Also has good power. Let's go ahead and take a look at his recent fights. Unorthodox striker, finisher. He knocked out Eric Montano in the first round, which is only win in the UFC. Before that, he loses to Colby Covington, and he also loses to Eliseo Zaleski dos Santos. Gets outstruck by him in the fight.
But yeah, that's pretty much it there for Griffin. Obviously, Mike Perry, this guy's been knocking people out. Pretty much all his fights are, if he wins, it's by knockout. As you guys can see, he has 100% of his wins by KO. One of the very few fighters I've seen that has, stats like that. Pretty much usually only heavyweights have stats like that. So Mike Perry, man, this guy's a heavy hitter. I like his striking style. It looks like he's getting better technically. So yeah, man, I like his improvements. Obviously, in this last fight, I had to pick against him because obviously Ponzinibbio is just a way more sharper striker. Griffin, I don't think he's at all, that great, and he has been also finished in his fights. So yeah, man, Mike Perry hits hard, and I think Mike Perry here has a better chin. So I'll take Mike Perry here all day. I think he gets a knockout, probably first or second round. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say Perry, first round KO. Alright guys, next fight we got Ovince StPreux versus Ilir Latifi. So if you guys been watching my videos for a while, I never really like to pick OSP. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and continue that. I'll pick Ilir Latifi in this matchup. Obviously, just a really good wrestler. Good wrestling, like I said, very explosive. Good power also in his punches, lots of power, very stocky frame. Obviously he's going to be at a reach disadvantage, which is going to suck, but if he gets OSP down to the ground, he's going to be able to smash him on the ground. You got OSP at, pretty sure he's the favorite. Yeah, OSP is a slight favorite, but OSP really isn't that great, and he can be taken down. He does get tired also in his fights. I think he's been looking good lately. Let me go ahead and take a look here. He's been looking good lately. But first of all, that Corey Anderson fight, he was losing that fight. Excuse me, sorry about that. A little bit tired here. But anyways, against Corey Anderson, yeah, he was losing that fight against Corey Anderson, and then he finally catches him in the third round, knocks him out. So that kind of sucks because I had Anderson winning that fight. And then he beats Okami. Who cares about Okami, right? He beats Marcos Rogerio de Lima in a fight where he also got dropped, and it looked like de Lima was going to be able to take him out of there also. So yeah, man, OSP's not that great. He's on a 3-5 winning streak right now, but he's not that great. And yeah, I see Latifi here, either landing a good shot on the feet, hurting OSP, possibly knocking him out, or going to that wrestling, man. Going with those explosive takedowns, taking him down to the ground, and beating him up on the ground. So I'll take Latifi, probably by decision. Alright, guys, next fight, Andrade versus Tecia Torres. A good strawweight matchup here. Should be a fun fight. But I see Andrade just, out-voluming and out-striking Tecia Torres on the feet. She throws a ton of volume, 6.45 strikes landed per minute. And man, Andrade is just relentless, man. She's like a John Lineker pretty much. Comes at you, throws those haymakers, and keeps on coming, man. She doesn't get tired either, especially in 3-round fights. So yeah, I just see her just beating up Torres on the feet, on the ground, wherever. She beat up Claudia Gadella, and Gadella was, kind of like the number 2 strawweight. So yeah, Andrade's the real deal. And yeah, she's a beast. It's going to be hard to stop her here. The only one that beat her was John Jacek, and I don't see Torres really getting it done here. I know Torres has good striking, good movement, but Andrade's going to be too much. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. Andrade by decision. Now for the main event, guys. I got Josh Emmett in this matchup. Of course, I picked against Jeremy Stephens in his last fight against Doo Ho Choi, which was not long ago. And yeah, man, Doo Ho Choi laid me down in that matchup. Did not see Jeremy knocking him out. I know he has power, but I thought Doo Ho Choi was going to be able to hurt him. But man, Doo Ho Choi got caught, kind of gave up in that fight, whatever. He got finished. Now you got Josh Emmett, kind of a similar guy to Jeremy Stephens in some way. Both these guys, very good power. I think both of them got good wrestling, but Josh Emmett obviously has better wrestling. But the thing here is that Josh Emmett is more active on the feet, and he's also faster on the feet. So I think the speed advantage is gonna really help Josh Emmett win the fight. Plus, I mean, did you guys see that damn knockout? I mean, Josh Emmett really knocked out Ricardo Lamas, man. That was crazy, man. I mean, Lamas has been kind of chinny sometimes, so I mean, I'm not super surprised, but I was pretty damn surprised though when that happened, to be honest. But man, Josh Emmett has good punching power. At 145, he looks very strong. He made the weight, and man, I don't know. Jeremy Stephens here has a good chin, so I don't know if Josh Emmett could take those same shots, man. But yeah, man, it should be a good fight. But I'm gonna go and just take Josh Emmett in this matchup. I mean, he's the underdog, plus 145, and I think this is more of an even fight. So plus you got Josh Emmett ranked number 4, and you know he's the underdog, you know. So I gotta take Josh Emmett in this matchup. I think he really will win the fight. I just think he's gonna have that speed advantage. He has better footwork, better movement. I think he's just gonna avoid the power of Stephens, outstrike him, land his good shots, mix in that wrestling, and just beat Jeremy Stephens up. So I'll take Josh Emmett here all day, and it's gonna be hard to finish Stephens. So I'm gonna go ahead and just say Josh Emmett by decision. All right, guys. So that does it for me here for my UFC fight picks. Let me give you guys my most confident picks. Number 1 would have to be Jessica Andrade. She's just a beast, and yeah, my most confident pick is her. Followed by Mike Perry, very confident he gets the win also. And the other most confident pick, where are you? Jobin or Marcin? Yeah, I don't know, man. Jobin's chinny, and Marcin's making his debut, so you know what? I'll just take Jobin. Fuck it, I'll take Jobin. You know what? Nah, I'm not gonna take Jobin, guys. Fuck that. The chin, the chin can let you down sometimes. So I'll take Marcin. So Marcin, Andrade, and Perez are my top 3 most confident picks. If you guys want to make some sort of parlay or whatever, but anyways, those are my top 3 most confident picks. Least confident pick would have to be least confident. Maybe I don't know. Yeah. Maybe Russell Doan. Maybe he's just a bum. Maybe he is not that great at all, and he gets taken down easily, and he gets tapped out in the first round. It's possible, and it could happen. So yeah. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I'll leave it at that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more. So obviously I can keep on making more videos for you guys. And what else? Yeah. Post your guys' picks below. I want to know who you guys picked or what you think about my picks. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, like I said. And yeah, enjoy the fights, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.